Say hello to the camera. I hate
Maybe if we put bacon on the camera.
That's it. Bacon on the camera. Good morning, Cabineers. I'm Brian.
And I'm Nola. And on this week's vlog, we will be getting a visit from my sister and other family members.
And we're also going to dive into some of those issues plaguing the Mountaineer cabin.
Ladies,
Ma'am,
I need some advice.
she wants you.
Come up here.
No.
Ooh.
So we have the purple curtain and we have the white curtain option. Obviously these are not up in any kind of finished fashion. The question is which is going to be the better option, or should I just punt the entire curtain concept? And I want to do some sort of lights also. I've got either these that I would put along the edge, or I could do these, which I kind of like these because of the color's not quite as
Blinding?
yeah, as white. Like
Yeah.
this is a softer light.
My suggestion is to go with the white, since this is such a smaller space. A lighter color is going to open it up more. Plus, using the lights, it's not going to, the lights aren't going to get muted as badly as they would with that dark one. They're going to shine through and it'll be really pretty.
Well, I was wondering, did you want to do a bigger bed like this or have like two separate beds? I've seen them both ways in different places I've rented. Or
I think for now I'm gonna do the single, and I may switch over to the two twins when we get a window. That's sort of the direction that I was heading, but I needed to have
Another opinion.
another opinion.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let's open.
Hey, we're opening the red fridge.
Oh, hold on. Because I want to see the red fridge.
Yeah.
Because he would like a red fridge.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, that's one way to open a refrigerator.
So we bought this online for Black Friday or Cyber Monday or something, because we got like a really good deal on it. Yeah, it's retro design. Got it.
That should work. That's a nice little fridge.
Yeah,
Let me get out of the way.
Home Depot.
this will look really awesome.
You need to get up there and help Nola.
Yeah, you get that far and now it's out of our hands.
Yeah, but now we got it.
You get it?
This we got. I don't know about the mattress.
Yeah, that's getting harder. You got it?
All right. This is comfortable. I'm going to move in here. I found this bed on Facebook Marketplace for the Mountaineer cabin. It goes well with the craftsman style idea that I have for this space, and I really like it. It's a good queen size bed, but it does have a few issues here, and I didn't want to do a full refinish on it. It's not in terrible shape. So I tried all of my little quick fixes, the Restore a Finish, and I tried the Furniture Refinisher, and I even tried just putting some stain on the scratches. Nothing worked, so I'm breaking down and I'm refinishing the entire thing because I'm insane. So it's gonna look great, it'll be gorgeous, and hopefully I won't be dead. All right, so it says I have to let it sit for 30 minutes. I figure that if I start in one area, by the time I'm done painting this entire thing, it might have been 30 minutes. Well, it certainly doesn't smell as bad as the others. Of course, the biggest problem with these is this. And I know from experience that you want a good thick coat of any kind of chemical remover here. Ooh. Okay, so now I am going to let this sit and come back in a half an hour and see what else I can do to it. See if I can scrape off and pull off the stuff just like it says it's going to.
So once again, it's summer and I'm under a cabin, redoing the plumbing, redoing it all with PEX, replacing all the PVC because, well, the PVC breaks in the wintertime. So this right here is the main line coming in from the lodge, and it's a 1-inch line, and I don't know why it's 1 inch, because in the lodge it's 3/4, and then they make it bigger, they increase it to 1 inch, and it's 1 inch to here. So I'm actually reducing it down to 3/4 of an inch because that's really all you need for these cabins. And that should have us set for our shut-off valve to the Mountaineer. And now it's about time to go and turn the water on. The water pressure is back on, and I'm about to flip this little handle here to see if the water's coming up. Hey, we have water. There it is. Water to the Mountaineer. Woo! And there's no leaks down there, which is good because that means now I can bury that and not have to ever look at it again.
It's definitely been 30 minutes since I started, maybe even an hour. So now I'm gonna give it a shot and see if this stuff works really at all. All right, I will try the scraper. Well, it's definitely coming off. Well, it's sort of working. So I've just discovered that that this stuff really does eat things like your average latex or whatever this is. So I'm gonna put this glove on and also make sure that I'm also wearing these gloves while I'm trying to scrape it, because this just sort of shattered. Definitely the thicker you apply it, the easier and better it seems to work. And I can tell where I got a little thinner spots. I'll probably go over and do another coat of this on certain areas, but overall I think it's looking pretty good. So I may have discovered a product that I will keep using. It's nice to have something that I don't feel like I should be wearing a respirator with.
It is now day 2 under the Mountaineer cabin. It really hasn't been full days by really any means. I mean, seriously, I really only worked on the cold water lines for about 4 hours yesterday, 4, maybe 5, and got them all done. I just got kind of pooped out and quit. And then of course, had to run to the store, get a couple more things because you never have quite enough. However, what I'm gonna do is, because the Mountaineer here is so accessible, is before we do the Crockett, I'm gonna come down here and go through and just take notes on everything I used, and then make sure that I either get that or have that on hand before I start in the Crockett, so that way I'm not running back and forth to town. So this is what I got done yesterday. You saw this part. I got the water line run all the way up and into the dark, and up there, and through there, and I'm tripping, and through there, and through there, and into the hot water area here where I split it off. So there's 3/4 line running straight into the hot water heater, and then from there on out, it's all 1/2 inch. And I ran this out to there, and tees there. Over here is the bathroom. And then back this direction, that's a water spigot line there that's still hanging, but I'll be able to connect that here pretty quickly. And then right here on the other side, that's cold water to the kitchen. Today I'll be working on the hot water side of things, and that's not going to take as long because I'm only starting here at the water tank and going out to the sinks and the shower. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this outside spigot so that way we can fill up the hot tub. Now, I am not a plumber. I only pretend to be one on YouTube. So if I'm doing this wrong, feel free to write something down in the comments below, but don't yell at me, please. Drop my crimping tool. There we go. Hopefully that holds pressure. When we get the hot water lines, we'll do a pressure check before we give it all the seal of approval. But we should be good. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm putting my fittings in first and then attaching the pecs. Now, I don't necessarily recommend doing that, but I've done it a few times in a couple different installations where I've gotten the wrong fitting on the wrong in or out, or on, like on a shower, got it on the wrong in or out, and I've been able to loosen this fitting totally with it still connected to the pecs and change it around. Now, you're probably not supposed to do that, but I've been able to do it and not have any issues with water leakage or anything like that. So while I've been under the cabin working above my head, Nola has been in the cabin working above her head.
Yeah, putting up some ceiling tiles to brighten up and lighten up the room, and to sort of disguise some of the more ugly plywood ceiling.
So that looks really good, even though we went with a different pattern, a more simple pattern. I still think it looks really good.
You know, once I get it up, I'm going to clean it up. I'll probably put some of that drywall filler or something in the cracks, and eventually I actually want to put little wood runners
up there
in in the grooves.
All right. Right there. It is so much easier working underneath here than it was the Woodsman. I mean, I'm like standing up, and yeah, I'm kind of hunched over a little bit, but I'm able to like just stand in here and do the work. I'm not crawling around in the ground and fighting the cabin nearly as much as I was working underneath the Woodsman. That was just, I don't want to work that low again. And that's our last fitting. All I have to do now is do a water pressure check. The hot water heater is full. I'm standing underneath here, and I'm not seeing any leaks. I think we can call that mission accomplished. All right, let's see what Nola's been up to all week. Wow.
So this is about ready for stain.
That looks really good.
Thank you.
You've been working really hard on this all week.
I have, and you know, I'm pretty excited to have discovered this new product. No, we are not being sponsored in any way by these guys, but it's a little bit more environmentally friendly, although the afterwash that I'm getting it off with is not. Baby
Win some, you lose some.
Baby steps.
But it almost looks like it's ready for just a coat of polyurethane on its own.
Yeah, it needs a little bit of stain. It will be a lighter color than it was before, I think, I hope. But yeah, it'll have a nice little stain that will make everything look a little bit more coherent and hide any flaws.
Cool.
Yeah.
How much good stuff do you want me to tell you before I tell you the bad stuff?
Start with the bad stuff.
Start with the bad stuff. We're probably gonna have to get a new hot water heater.
Okay. Why?
Because I turned it on and it's dead to the world.
Oh, of course it is. Nothing
Yes.
works here.
Now, in its defense, it's 13 years old.
Okay.
Most water heaters only last about 10.
All right. I did not know that.
The good stuff.
All right.
The plumbing works at the Mountaineer.
Yay!
We have plumbing. The hot tub is filled up and it's running, and I think it's heating up, but the water's so cold we won't know if it's actually heating up for a while. And the last little bit is I put 4 new light bulbs in the ceiling fan in the Mountaineer, and it's like light in there now, you can see.
Oh, weird. Well, very cool. So I'm excited. Are you excited? I hope you're excited because
Please
hot
be excited.
Tub. Hot tub. Woohoo. Well, I guess we better start looking into flash heaters because that's what we're gonna buy.
All right. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel.
And if you know anything about flash hot water heaters, you know, the little gas on and off ones.
Let us know in the comments below.
Tell us everything you know. Thanks.
And see you in the next vlog.